Kia ora koutou katoa, ko Alexis tōku ingoa a ko au te wāhine Māori o te whare. Hello to everyone, my name is Alexis Paul and I am the Māori housewife. If you are new, welcome and thank you so much for clicking on my videos. I hope and pray that you thoroughly enjoy them, and if not, then that's sweet as. God bless you anyways. And to everyone else who have been following me since my first video, thank you so much for supporting me. You know how much I appreciate you all. To those that are new, I have been doing a series on my journey from being a tomboy into becoming a feminine lady, and this video is tip number 4. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, I would encourage you to go back and watch them, just so you don't feel left out and you don't know what I'm talking about. Just a refresher for all those who have been watching my videos. Tip number 1 was renewing the mind. Tip number 2 was confession. Tip number 3 was walking it out and trying it on. And tip number 4 today is hygiene. So I know for tip number 3, the trying it on, the walking it out, that has so many branches that we could go into, but I will definitely do more uploads in the future about fashion tips, body type, and all of that awesome stuff. So hygiene, you're probably thinking, why do I need to talk about hygiene? As a tomboy for myself, I just did not care about hygiene, about what I smelled like, about what I looked like. And yeah, I just think it is a feminine thing to take care of ourselves, whether that be smells, whether that be what we look like, how fresh we look, how clean we look, how tidy we are. I think it's an important tip that we as ladies should come after. We're gonna start by just the outer appearance, looking clean and looking fresh. So number 1 is washing your face. You don't have to use moisturizer if you don't have any, or you don't have the expenses to. It is recommended, but if you don't have it or you don't feel like doing it, then at least at the basic, washing our face and getting the gunk out of our eyes when we wake up in the morning and just looking fresh, looking clean, washing your face is a good start. Something that is cheap and is awesome with washing your face is you can use exfoliating gloves. They help remove the old skin and the dead skin. Exfoliating gloves are only like $2 at Kmart. If you do have exfoliating gloves, don't scrub your face like you're washing the dishes. Don't scrub your face like that, because your skin is very sensitive and we don't want to ruin our skin. And another suggestion is wiping upwards. So when we're wiping upwards with our exfoliating gloves and washing our face, we're helping to keep our face uplifted, because if we're constantly pulling it down, then when we're older, we're gonna have a saggy face because we are pulling our face down and stretching our skin. So I would recommend wiping upwards, scrubbing upwards, as well as your neck. The neck is not something that we normally look to, but it is very important, because if we look at the neck and then we look at the face and they both look different, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? You can tell that they're not looking after their neck, they're only looking after their face. But just look after your neck as well. Wipe around the ears and all of that, and wipe upwards. Now if you do have moisturizer, then it's an awesome thing to use. So use your moisturizer. I recommend the moisturizers with SPF in it, just the sunscreen moisturizers. Find one that's more natural and that has SPF in it. Another thing with looking clean and staying fresh is applying moisturizer. If we do have dry skin on our legs, on our arms, on our feet or hands, then people can see it and they can see that our hands look dry and crusty. But then when we moisturize our hands, when we moisturize our legs, it hydrates it. You will just look more clean, look more young. The next one is brushing your hair. When I was a tomboy, I didn't really brush my hair every single day. My hair was always up in a high big bun. So I would suggest not doing that, because that gives you a lot of knots. And when you have it in a bun all the time, it's not out and it's not getting the air that it needs, just being fresh. It's all going to get stuck up there, all the oils or the product, and you might even attract lice and dandruff. So have your hair out once in a while, have your hair in a ponytail once in a while, not just staying with that one hairstyle that you have, but changing it up. I know as tomboys we are rough and tough, so when we do things we like to quickly brush our hair, you know, really fast, scrub scrub, get lots of hair in your hairbrush. But as a feminine lady, it's awesome to learn how to slow down and just really enjoy it. And I know it can be like, what? I don't have time for that. It is an important thing to slow down and not damage it so fast. So brush your hair slower, not slow as where you're like, you know, straightening your hair, but just, you know, normal. Yeah, so take your time and just enjoy brushing your hair. With hair as well, I've found that it is not recommendable if we wash it every single day, because we can strip our hair of our natural oil. But when we don't wash it every single day, like we wash it, I don't know, once a month or once every 2 weeks, then that's not healthy for your hair as well, and it can start just smelling weird, look too oily or look too dry. So yeah, what I do is I try to wash my hair at least 3 to 4 times a week. I normally do 3, but yeah, you go however you feel. Don't wash your hair every single day because it can kill your hair. With hair as well, trim your dead ends off. If you leave your dead ends, then it can grow and grow. You will end up having longer dead ends. So trimming your hair once a month and not letting that area go. Last thing concerning hair is not to curl or straighten your hair every single day. We all know why. It can kill our hair and it won't look young and hydrated and fresh and beautiful. Even though it looks beautiful when it's curled and straightened, yeah, just taking care of our hair, not doing that. So you can do that once a week, but try not do it every single day. Nails. So with our nails, we don't have to paint them. If you hate nail polish or the smell of nail polish, you don't have to paint them. Just take care of them. So my husband, he is a mechanic, and you know how working on cars can be a dirty work, just with all the grime, all the oil getting on your hands, and yeah, it's pretty dirty when you open the bonnet and you put your hand in there. He works on cars and he always has clean hands, even though he's a mechanic. So we can do that as well. If a mechanic can do it, then so can we. Clean your nails. So whenever you wash your hands, get the dirt from under your nails just so it looks clean and nice. If you like long nails, then take care of them. And if you like short nails, then take care of them. Either, just take care of your nails, because that can just show a lot of people if you take care of yourself or not. Also, another thing is no biting your nails. I know it's a habit and it can just be a tendency of ourselves. I used to bite my nails all the time, or if I was going to trim my nails, I would rip them off. But no, not doing that anymore, because when you do that, it looks rugged and it looks messy and it just doesn't look even. As well, we can't forget about our toenails. I know it's covered most of the times if you are wearing socks or if you're a shoe girl, but don't neglect your toenails. Cut your toenails and make sure that they're clean as well and looking good, because in the event that you have to take your shoes off, you have to take your socks off, we don't want to be in that awkward situation where we're like, oh my gosh, my feet, trim your toenails. And even then, as a feminine thing that we tomboys can do to include nail polish into our lives, start with your toenails. Hardly anyone sees them and it just looks so pretty. So start with that. You don't have to start with bright colors as what I started with clothes. I started with black and blue. So do those colors and then slowly wean your way out of that if you'd like. Okay, I do want to clarify as well that just because we're taking care of our nails doesn't mean that we can't do dirty work, that we can't get into the garden and weed the garden, that we can't do mechanic work as well. We totally can do that. After you do all those dirty things, just making sure that we don't leave the dirt on there, but cleaning it. Another outward thing that we could do to help improve looking fresh and looking clean is getting rid of excess hair. So as I mentioned in my first video, I grew my hair on my legs, on my armpits, because I wanted to have longer hair than my brothers. And it was just a competition thing, pride in my flesh, just wanting to be better than my brothers, wanting to act manlier, wanting to act tougher, that I'm more masculine than them and I'm the man of the family. That was my attitude. That's how much of a tomboy I was. But no, unless you have hairy as genes in your family, it's probably not going to work, because men are naturally more hairier than us. So I would recommend shaving your legs, shaving your armpits, the places where people see. You just feel more fresh and more clean and more like a lady, and you feel nice and you don't feel awkward when you have to wear shorts or when you have to show your legs or we have to wear a singlet. Alright, now that I've talked about looking fresh and staying clean with our outward appearance, I'm going to talk about the smells. So number one, if you have water and unlimited water, have a shower every day. You are blessed. And we are blessed as well. We do live on water tanks, so rainwater. If you do have water, have a shower every day. You can have showers how many times of the day you want, so do it, go for it. If you are living on limited water, sometimes when we are living on limited water, then every second day we would shower, and every other day we would use baby wipes. So we still strive to stay clean, smell fresh. Even though we can't use the water because we're on limited water, we still use baby wipes and moisturize and perfumes, etc. Just doing our best to get rid of bodily smells, BO, keeping our downstairs nice and clean. Second tip for smells is change your undergarments every day. Don't wear the same one the next day. If you sweated that whole day, then the smells are gonna stay in your clothing. If you do continue to wear the same undies every single day, then it can actually cause infections. So I would suggest to change your undergarments every day and don't wear it the second day. Okay, number 3 for smelling nice is deodorant. So when we sweat, when we do a lot of physical workouts, then we will get BO or just others essential areas will start becoming more prominent in their smells. So I would suggest wearing deodorant and a lot. Okay, sprays and perfumes. If you're not into sprays and perfumes and you're more into manly perfumes, which is really nice, if you have a partner or a husband, then buy it for him and not for you. To find perfumes and sprays, you can actually go into Chemist Warehouse, the warehouse, farmers to smell their testers and see which ones you like. Don't rush as well, because you might buy something that you don't like and next minute to you it smells like toilet spray. So find one that you really enjoy, that when you smell it, it's like life to your bones. We all have different kind of preferences, so I would suggest you go out and find what your preference is. If you spray the perfume on your hair, it can actually last longer when you go throughout your day, because your hair actually keeps smells longer than your body does, than your clothes would. So spray it on your hair, and as well spray some on your undergarments. So I wouldn't say right there by your essential parts, but just on the side parts of your bra or on the side of your undies. It's better to put it on your clothes rather than your skin, because there's so many toxics in the perfumes. But if you are going to spray the perfume on your body, then the normal places where people spray it is on the wrist and behind the ear. So those are the two main places that people do it. And with staying fresh, another thing is panty liners. It normally says panty liners on the packets near the pad section. They are quite cheap. It's normally under $2 at Pack and Save or Countdown at the supermarkets. So you can buy one of those, and there's like 30 in a pack. That could last you a whole month. Just wear one a day, because it can help preserve your undies longer. And when your husband comes back home, or whenever you want to be fresh in the night, you just take it off and put it in the bin, and you're fresh undies, fresh. Okay, last thing, brushing our teeth. And not just brushing our teeth for 30 seconds or something like that, but going for 2 minutes, going for longer, because the longer we brush our teeth, the more time that it has for the thing in the toothpaste to actually settle in our teeth. So yeah, brush our teeth. If you are going to brush your teeth, then at least brush your teeth at nighttime, because at nighttime, that's when all the bacteria, that's when all the foods are going to soak into your teeth, and you wake up in the morning with more bacteria in your teeth. So if you are going to choose from morning to night, then choose the nighttime rather than the morning time. But if you can brush your teeth after every meal, then that's awesome, that's epic, and that's, yeah, well done. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up there. That was my video for today on hygiene and some tips I have been taught since being born again, since discipleship. So yeah, praise the Lord. I also want to thank you all so much for watching my video. You are also excellent, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and click on the notifications bell just before I leave. Enjoy the rest of your day being feminine and beautiful as the Lord has created us to be. Stay tuned for tip number 5. This series is almost over, but yes, stay tuned for tip number 5, because there's some more awesome gold that I would love to share with you all. Bye, love yous, bless ya.